Besides martial arts, there are two other words that best describe Shang-Chi, and that is family drama. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on Shang-Chi issue number 7. Yes, guys, finally I get my chance to do my review on this. Let me just say that the year started off on an unexpected way for me that I just got things behind. But I'm finally here and I'm finally ready to talk about the next issue in the Shang-Chi series. And first off, let me just say, if I haven't said it already, which I'm sure I have, but the writer and the artist have been doing amazing. I love the artwork. I love the direction the writer keeps going in, and I can't wait to see what more he has coming for us. Because first off, how it started with him versus the Marvel Universe was amazing. And now where we're going at from here is cool too. Yes, I know for some people, this isn't the best issue of them all so far, but at the same time, it's not bad. It's still good. It is good. It's just another setup to the next part and the long list of whatever this writer has going for us. And all I say is I hope this series continues on, because right now it is doing great and I want it to keep going because I can see many other things happening going forward, and some of them that no doubt are taking influence from the MCU universe, and some of them that are going to be an original creation, and I just can't wait to see it. I just want to see what's coming for us. But having now said all that, though, I gotta tell you guys, I did not expect this, but I like where this is going. And let's face it, when it comes to Shang-Chi, as I said, besides martial arts being his thing, the other thing that best describes him is the family drama, because it's just that like that with him. When it comes to his family has always got a lot of drama in it, and it's just hard for him to get through all of it. And that's exactly what we have here. As you saw in last issue, he arrested his brother Takeshi, aka Brother Saber, hand him over to the Avengers, and now this has made him have an strain with his current siblings, Sister Dagger and sister of the deadly flute. I forget her name again, and I do apologize for that. But as it's being shown, it's not just that, there's more to it, as we are finally revealed to Shang-Chi's mother's history. Yes, his mother, what's her name again? Link. I'm trying to remember here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Jylin. My bad, guys. I had to think of that name there because I'm not good with my Chinese, so do excuse me on that. All's the same, though. What we get here, first off, is Shang-Chi enjoying some food with his mother as they finally get some quality time together and enjoy a dinner together. And as we all know, he found his mother through the negative zone where she was still having the effects of what was in there. But it finally wore off, that she was finally able to get to the point where she could tell her story to Shang-Chi, her origin. And wouldn't you know it, guys, they decide to bring what they made in the MCU universe of the movies and adapt it into the comics. And what am I talking about, guys? I am talking about the realm of Talo. Yes, guys, they have decided to adapt the dimension of Talo into the comic series, as you can see right here. The only difference is that unlike in the movie where there's a water dimension gateway and stuff and other gateways that lead to a forest, instead they have an actual Chinese gateway, that has one spot, the real world, and then on the other side of the dimension, Talo, where, yes, if you look at this picture right here, yes, it's got those same creatures you saw in the movie. But that's all they pretty much adapt from there. The location itself, Talo, and the dimension and the creatures there, as for that, the rest of the story with his mother is much different from what it is in the movie universe and the original comics. Yeah, in the original comics, that now his mother wasn't this character, it was someone else. This one is a different character. In other words, from how they adapted who his father's real name was back then, can't remember it off the top of my head. They then changed it to Zhang and now you got his mother being this person, Jylin. And here we learned that in her history in this comics universe is that, and here she was raised into a community of a few mortals that lived in Talo, and she was what they would call a Quinlan rider and an archerer. So yeah, another few things that was adapted from the movies to the comics, but a little differently. Instead of the archer being Shang-Chi's best friend, who was an archer along with other archers in the movie, instead it's his mother who is an archer and what they call a Quilin rider. If you're wondering what that is, it's that horse that you guys saw in the movie when they first entered the dimension as it stopped right in front of them. And basically, yeah, she's an archer and I guess you could say basically the princess, if you want to call her that. I don't think she would want to be called that anyway. She probably would hate that. But basically, she is the daughter of the chief of that dimension and the village that guards over that place. And their duty, and with her training and stuff, she soon became a leader and guarded over things from the outside of the gateway from Talo. And this is where she met her husband, that being Shang-Chi's father, Zhang Zhu. And the way they met in the comics is that he was attacked by pirates. Her and her allies took out the pirates, and then they decided to, well, not they, but she decided to take Zhang Zhu to Talo and help her recover. Unfortunately, the people in the community of Talo didn't agree and were even told her to execute him, feeling he was dangerous, that he shouldn't belong. But as you know, they fell in love and she decided against it and instead ran away with him. And after running away with him, did she learn of who he truly was as a criminal for the Five Weapons Society, that she even was about to leave. But eventually she was convinced to stay to see that he wasn't who she thought he was when she brought him back to the mainland. And as it was shown, just like in the movies, that's true. He was becoming a different person. He truly did love her and that they had kids. And he was being a good father and stuff until tragedy would strike. Unfortunately, we get cut off right there because this is where, after being told all this, we find out who that ringleader has been through the first 6 issues of the Shang-Chi run, on who it is has been gathering his enemies from behind the scenes as he makes his move with them to finally attack Shang-Chi. And we find out that it is none other than Shang-Chi's grandfather, and Zhai Lin's father. His name is Chief Stan Zine. Zine. I hope I said that name right. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and there he is. Yep, that's his grandfather, Chief Stan Zine. So yeah, once again, like I told you guys, family drama that always seems to follow Shang-Chi no matter where he goes. All this time, we were wondering who this guy was who said he had a grudge against Shang-Chi's father, Zhang Zhu, and now we see it's more deeper than we thought. It's Shang-Chi's grandfather who he's going to have to face to atone for his father's sins, which, first off, no surprise, as we know, he had already knew that he was going to have to face stuff like this, but I don't think he expected it to be something like this. And this can only make me wonder about things going forward for this book series going forward. Well, first off, all we know is right now Shang-Chi dealing with the family drama of not just now having to deal with his grandfather, but the estrangement he has on his siblings. Because don't forget, there was an inside person on the job as well that was helping Shang-Chi's grandfather, and that was the sister he recently found in issue 3. I forget her name off the top of my head, but she's known as the sister of the deadly flute. And she chose to side with her grandfather because after what Shang-Chi did to Brother Saber and handing him over to the heroes, she doubts him. So yeah, that along with Sister Dagger, who also doubts him for what he did, puts him on a real strainedness with his sisters. But his mother and him are on good terms and everything, because basically his mother understands that he's in a tough spot and it's going to have a strain on everyone from his friends to his family, but she no doubt believes that they'll find a way to come around all together as a family. And I believe that too, for the majority of things. For some of his family, from what we've seen throughout Shang-Chi's history though, for some of them, that won't be the case. Which, hey, that's just how it's been with Shang-Chi. For some of his family, they're his allies. For some of them, they're his enemies. What can you do? Family's tough. And that's all I gotta say. All's the same though. I love this issue, and I loved how it started off for us. Now, I'm not saying it's the best issue out of them. I'll just say it's the least best of them all, but that's not me saying it's the worst of them all. This isn't a bad book. It's a good book. It's a good starting point for a new saga to learn more about Shang-Chi's history on his mother's side and how that'll affect in the present. So until then, we'll just have to wait and see what goes in coming in issue 7. Until then, guys, though, if you enjoy my videos, all you gotta do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos, and until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!